And welcome to a flip through of a finished journal. I've already undone this because I find the clasp so fiddly with my poor fingers. I've tried to film the flip through of this about 3 times, always with something going wrong, so let's hope it goes right this time. This was a very old, or very worn, I'm not sure how old it was. It was a photo album, so it had the plastic sleeves inside, but the whole thing had come adrift from the spine, and it was a bit worse for wear. But I really like the size of it, and I like the sturdiness of it. And for the first time, I tried using these little brads that have what do you call it? A ring on them, and I attached some chain to each side so that this closes with a lobster claw, but it will expand to hold, you know, when this journal gets fat and full, it'll still close. Because it was, I really like the cover, so I didn't want to do anything much to it, but I did reinforce just using some of the paper tape from the chemist, and I inked it with some black ink so it toned in better. So that was enough to cover the little worn sections here. And inside, to cover the brads, I've used some of this lined cardstock, also to cover the inside, which wasn't very attractive. And it has a hidden spine, so the spine is stitched into some cardboard on the back of this fabric. That's going to be annoying, isn't it? That chain on the desk. There we go. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 signatures, and it's this big, 6 inches. By a bit over 4, because of course it was for photos. So I've used old diaries, old scientific papers, bits of stationery, some lovely old ink drawings from a vintage book, my favourite brown paper bag that was just to cover up some sentiment I didn't like on the note paper, avocado dyed papers. I think that was just, yeah, some craft paper we oxided. More journal pages, which these are very, actually this is from an old engineering book, I think. They're lovely and soft paper, so I've actually reinforced this with a little tuck spot pocket. As usual, there's a lot of writing space in here. Little flip down writing spots, fold out writing spots, stitched binding, little waterfalls, ruffles, still trying to use all my ruffles that I made. Oh, here's an early diagonal pocket with some journaling cards and a tag. This book belongs to, oh look, with a cat. And more of the same. This is a little fold out, an envelope with a note card in there, some more fold out. Then we have, this is Tomo River paper, which is beautiful, very lightweight, but will take a fountain pen. And I didn't want to tear it off, so I made little pockets. Again, I've reinforced, there's a tuck spot, reinforced this, I think this was baking paper with some coffee stain on it, but I really love that crinkle. Old pattern paper, writing paper, more pockets with journaling cards, faux stamps, lots of dyed paper, some handmade paper, More waterfalls. This was a very old. These actually come right through here, so you can, you could put a photo or something larger in there. It was from a very early tutorial I followed using, I think it was for scrapbook paper, but this was just a bit of A4 paper. Winnie the Pooh, love Winnie the Pooh. Love, love, love just using all these offcuts, all these scraps. There's a lovely bit of vellum there. Another fold down. Bits of watercolour, there's Franken pages. There's the other half of that yummy baking paper. The other side of the painted page. And more of this lovely diary. There's rice paper. Again, early ephemera efforts with pockets and tucks. And this has got another pocket for something in it. Reinforced an old music page. This is also a tuck. Kind of reached the point where I think rather than filling, I mean, some of these are full to show that that's a pocket, but rather than filling all these spaces, we're putting together little packages of happy scraps. So a whole lot of bits of ephemera, bits of papers, bits of fabric, so that you can actually choose where you'd like to put your pockets and tucks. And this is embossed paper. That's from one of those desk tear-off calendars. More faux stamps. These are fun to make. Reinforce this old music page. Another fold out with a penguin. Another pocket. So yes, all the journals in future will be coming with their own little bundle of happy scraps that will contain repeat and toned pieces of the papers in there. I'm sure you know what I mean. I think it might be nearly lunchtime. I'm feeding fast. Look at that. These are playing cards. Amazing. Never seen anything like it. Some vintage air tickets. I think that's a faux vintage something or other. More vellum, more embossed pieces, more painted pieces, journaling spots, the endless paper and fabric ruffles. What happens when you like making something like these oxided embossed papers? I just had so much fun. I've ended up making a lot. This was from a book that had some of these pages. Very cool. Lots of vellum in that book. Oh, look, some real stamps on this one. And another tuck spot with a little mushroom booklet in there. Another tuck spot with more little treasures inside. This is from a Squirrel Nutkin, or one of those Beatrix Potter books. Lots of Dad's science papers that I've painted, more embossed paper. More of this old vintage rice paper. Music paper, the usual suspects. I like to repeat them so there's a cohesiveness to the book. Little fold downs. Some more tuck spots. Another waterfall. And the pocket. full of goodies, and another fold-out calendar. And of course these can be written on as well. So that was the first time I had used this chain closure, and I must say it will not be the last. I really like this very adjustable, whoops, kind of hardware closure. One of these days I'll get round to doing a video on all the different sorts of closures, because when I started working making journals I found it very awkward figuring out what to use, and over the years I've come up with my preferences. So this will be one of them. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my flip through of Chained. Enjoy the rest of your day or evening. I'll see you next time.